Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another video. Today's video is another movie review. And this one is a movie I was dying to see, and I'm glad I finally got a chance to see it. It just premiered today. So we're going to review it. So it's called Cruel Instruction on Lifetime. Starring Cameron Manheim, Kelsey Mwema, Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives, Morgan Taylor Campbell. So basically, it starts with these two girls, Amanda and Kayla. So Amanda, she's basically supposedly been in so much trouble, and like her mom sends her away to these places so that she can get help and, you know, stay out of trouble. Kayla, she supposedly is like she's not like a trouble teen, but like her parents and her adult peers don't believe everything she says. So she's in school, and I guess they don't like the way she dressed, but hey, everybody has their own sense of style. So she's getting ready to take her test, but it looks like she don't understand like what's going on, which, and when I was watching it, it looked like she has dyslexia. So after the class is over, she ends up going to her next class, and these boys come out of nowhere. They start bothering her, bullying her, and she runs and goes to the staircase. They follow her there, and they say, "You have nowhere to go." 3 boys. And so her only option was, you know, pull the fire alarm. So she ended up pulling the fire alarm, and, you know, she got sent to the office. Now, Amanda, I guess she was at this place, another place, and supposedly she said she had to use the bathroom. So, you know, you got to get your privacy. So the man let her go to use the bathroom, but she instead used that as a chance to escape to wherever she had to go to. But I guess she ended up getting in trouble because I don't know if she threw rocks at the moment, because when they found her, she had 2 rocks in her hand. So I don't know if she threw it at them or she fell back and the rock hit her on the side of her face. But nonetheless, yeah. So, you know, she got to go to this place. Kayla, the teacher at her school, wanted to speak to her parents and the principal. So basically the principal said, since this is not her first offense, this is her second suspension. This counselor guy came in and said, well, how about we, you know, try to take her to this place so she can get some treatment, you know, maybe it could help better her and whatever. So they show the parents the brochure. And from the looks of it, it looked like, okay, that's going to be a good place. They're going to do horseback riding, get a little bit of me time so they can refocus on themselves and then come back stronger and better. So they end up sending her to the camp, well, school rather, someplace in Utah for Academy for Girls to help troubled teens or whatever struggling with their problems. So both Amanda, both Amanda and Kayla, they show up. They're the 2 new recruits for the program. They show up there, and they all, as soon as they get there, they had to get a strip search. Basically, take all the clothes off, do a urine test, had to get, you know, up in there so to make sure they don't got no drugs and stuff in their body. And then they were just both assigned the same room. They got to meet the other girls. Their doors could not be closed at all times. So even at nighttime, they sleep with it open. They really didn't have nothing in their room. They had a bed. That's it. Yeah, it was so cruel. Like, they not told to, but once they figured out, they wasn't told they can't talk without permission. They can't cough without permission. You heard right, cough. So if I was to do that, I would be getting in trouble because you can't cough without permission. You can't hold in the cough. If you hold in the cough, you're going to end up choking and whatever the case may be. But yeah, so some of the girls, they was kind of like envious of Kayla because she wasn't trying to take up for what the head person had got to say. So she was being a little defiant, but not saying it or doing anything. So the lady pulled her out, had her in the chair, and was like, listen, you're going to sit outside this door. You can't get up. You can't do anything unless I say so. So they end up going to dinner. And then Amanda was trying to tell her, like, since it's not Amanda's first rodeo, it's like her 4th time around. So she already gets the gist of what really goes on there, whatever. So Amanda tells Kelly, like, listen, you got to just stick it out. Find something to focus on so that, you know, it'll make the time go by faster. See, at the time, Amanda, she was about to be turning 18, so her focus was 18. I don't got to nobody. I get to do what I want. A few more months, and I'm getting out of here. Kayla, she just was 14, so she was 15. So she's new to this, her first time and everything. So she's not really aware. She's not really trying to listen to what people got to say, what trying to tell her. So, long story short, things starts happening. Kayla, she finds out she do have dyslexia. She tried to explain to the teacher what's going on, but she ended up getting in trouble for it. But come to find out, one of the girls, I guess she just had it out for her from since she been there, and she ended up telling the head person, and then she basically said no phone privileges for a month. She can't do anything. So now it's like, dang. It's kind of like jail. Felt like worse than jail for them. So the girl who snitched on her was Lindsay. She's like a hater for no reason. Like, you rather stay in this place listening to what they tell you to do on a constant basis than trying to help and get help so y'all can get out of that place. Because I don't think the stuff that they did was that bad. So basically, we speeding the long story short, the people at the place was telling the parents otherwise. So when it was time for Kayla to actually get her phone call, her parents dropped a bomb on her. Like, well, listen, I've been trying to call you and speak to you. And they was telling her, so the other person was like, I guess the counselor, she was like, well, she hung up that call and called her on the other call. Because they had like a payphone type thing, and then they have an answering machine type one. So she hung up that part, then calls on the regular wall phone and explained to her like this, is she's trying to stir up stories and say that things is worse than what it is. Mind you, when they first got there, they saw this girl, because she didn't want to take her pill, get slammed to the floor, and you heard her, like, her head. You mean to tell me she didn't bleed or nothing like that? Come on now. That's too much. They think torture is treatment. But yeah, eventually Kayla, she finds out that she likes girls. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She actually felt like she was being heard a little bit. She felt like she was being human when she figured out she likes this girl or whatever. So the girl, Lindsay, I hate her. She didn't like that, so she ended up telling her to. So she ended up losing her privileges, and she had to go to OBS, which is basically this room you sit in for whenever they tell you how long you can get out. Also, they had an investment room, whatever. Basically, you sit there for however long they tell you to get out to. You just got to sit there, do all this homework. You just got to do math stuff, and you just sitting there bored out your mind, and you're trying to pass the time. So eventually, the girl that she had that she liked, Martinez was her name. They used her last name. She ended up getting switched to a different unit. So those days passed. I believe something happened where Amanda had to once Lindsay told the lady what happened with the teacher and Kayla, Amanda, she got sent to the investment room. So while she was there, the girl, Lindsay, she was sharpening this pencil, and she ended up stabbing the girl with this pencil right here in her arm. All you just see is blood pouring out everywhere. So I don't know what they did to her. I think she went to the investment room too as well for that incident. And then Amanda ends up coming out. Then the months go by. Kayla, she's kind of getting the gist of it, but she kind of not. She's basically on the fence. So basically, when they had time to take, every day they take their pills, everybody else would take them, and Kayla wouldn't. So she would just hide it somewhere in her mouth. So when she went around the corner, she took them out, and then she'll take them to her room and put them up, whatever. Then her birthday ends up coming. Amanda, she does like this fake cake thing for her, sings happy birthday. Then her parents come to, sing happy birthday to her, celebrate her birthday. After that, they do like a strip search of her room to make sure she don't get no drugs or anything. But mind you, the girl just turned 16. What y'all telling the parents otherwise? So why would y'all think that? But supposedly that's just protocol. But some of the staff there at the place, they was kind of like, this is a little bit too harsh for the girls. But like, well, listen, the head lady was like, Miss Connie. She was like, listen, I brought you here under this pretense, and you only had a GED and stuff like that. So the other staff basically wasn't able to say much of anything. They basically had to shut up and just follow suit, or y'all can just be out on your own. So, like I said, as the months go on, Amanda, she starts getting sick, and the staff kept telling Miss Connie, like, she's sick, she need to go see somebody, and everybody was like, no, just let her sleep it off, it'll pass. So one day, it got to the point, before I get to this, but we go back. Once Martinez was switched to another unit, Kayla decided she wanted to hang herself, so Amanda was there to help her, and, they started sedating her and whatever. So then, as the months go on, Amanda, she starts getting really, really sick, and she had this uncontrollable cough. And the staff was telling Miss Connie that, she's sick, her cough won't go away. She also got reprimanded because she was coughing uncontrollably when it was time to line up for dinner. And Miss Connie was like, didn't I tell you don't cough without permission? Mind you, you can't stop an uncontrollable cough. So she just coughing away, and then she got sent to her room, I think, somewhere. And then eventually that next day, she got extremely worse. She had a fever of 104. They decided they wanted to, put some cold water on her so she could sleep it off. But, just got worse. Kayla, she was able to get Amanda's mother's phone number so she can call that they could help. She was able to do that. And then they took Kayla to the ops room again. So basically she couldn't, get help or whatever. So long story short, Amanda's mom called back and was like, listen, why did I get this call in the middle of the night of some girl screaming about my child about to die? Didn't Miss Connie call the ambulance and they come to the school? The mother was threatening to, go up to the school to her. Mama wasn't playing. She did what she did. She went to that place, and then Miss Connie, when the ambulance got there, it was like, listen, she's like a daughter to me. And the EMT was like, listen, you can't come. Like, if you care so much about this girl, why you let her get sick in the first place, and why you wait too long to call us? So Amanda's mom got to the hospital and stuff like that. So basically, her mama told her she's never going back there again. And then when Miss Connie came, as she was about to leave, Amanda was like, permission to speak. And she told her the 5 phrases back to her. Then she was like, screw you. And that was that. Amanda was able, once Amanda got home and well, she asked her mom to call Kayla's mom so that she can tell her what was really going on with that place. Basically, Kayla came home. Kayla and Amanda met up and afterwards, and they went on this long drive or whatever. So hopefully they shut that place down. I hope they did. But since this is based on a true story, ripped from the headlines afterwards, there was 3 girls that based on true story. They went to these camps in different places. One was, I think, Utah, Idaho, and Arizona. So this girl, Cindy, she went there when she was 14 to a place like that. And when she was 14, and it just left her with so much trauma. Eventually, she was able to overcome. She wrote a book. This one was troubled me. Another girl, her name was Jenny. She was the daughter, get this, of the famous actor, whatever, Roseanne Barr. Like, at that time, when I guess she was younger, Roseanne was doing a lot of shows, and her agent was like, you got to get control of these kids. And one of the agents suggested her going to this place. in Idaho. So she sent her daughter there. Like, not for nothing. Now that she's grown, I wonder, does she have, like, resentment towards her mom for actually letting her go to that place? Because it's like, that's horrible. The stuff that they experienced, that modified treatment center that y'all think is going to help, is basically making them worse. And then there was another girl named Raylan. She went there too. And it wasn't all what it cracked up to be. Like, these places that you think are good based off a brochure that you think is good is really the actual opposite. You're basically doing more damage than you're doing good. But, yeah, y'all gotta listen to your kids, regardless how big or small the situation may be, because if not, you're going to be sending them to a place like this, and it's just going to be like, dang, I wish I would have just took the time to listen, to see what they actually had to say, because they are human, they have feelings, and they have rights to say what they feel. But yeah, it's a good movie. I definitely recommend y'all watch it. Y'all can also watch it on the Lifetime app while it's still out, because it just came out. Cruel Instruction. Yeah, I hopefully they shut these type of places down, and it kind of makes some truth to it, because I think Paris Hilton, she spoke out on it as well, and also Bad Baby Danielle Pergolesi. Yeah, I know, when that was on Dr. Phil, she spoke out about the same mistreatments that happened to her when she went to that ranch when she was out of control teen. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.